Yeah, so it's been a while. I think we've done the Simpson Desert Crossing back in June 2023. 2024, trip around Oz, decided to hit up a bit of a European vacation, which was really good. So much history over there. It was so cool. Really enjoyed it. But it's time for another little adventure this year. Some unfinished business with the Diamantina, but first of all, we're going to head over towards the Northern Territory, leaving Central Queensland, or Mackay based, and heading all via dirt, making our way out through Boulia, across the Plenty, a little bit of northern end of the Bins Road or track, down to Ruby Gap, then across into Alice, then out to the Finke, check out the Finke Desert Race, then meeting a bunch of the boys down in Mount Dare, where we'll all rejoin. Bit weather dependent at the moment, so there's a few options, but plan A is to meet the guys at Mount Down, then make our way through up into the Diamantina, so very much looking forward to that. A few other things have changed, I guess, and the bike is one of them. So the WR is no more. Got rid of the famous WR, well, famous to me anyway. I've had it since brand new, and done a lot of work together, me and the WR. I think it finished up just with 13,000 kilometres on it, which is not a lot, I guess, but I had it for a great period of time, and as you know, lugged it around the country in the back of a base station caravan, so it's seen a lot of country with me. And of course, the Simpson was, that's a good box ticket, so I was very happy to do that on that bike. But also taught me that, I guess the future for myself is more an adventure style bike, something a bit more comfortable, something that can put down the Ks, no dramas, and basically that's what I was looking for. So we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, so June 2024, after returning, I had to think of that then, after returning back from Europe, went and picked up the new toy. And a fair bit of research in here, and I guess I was torn between a KTM 890 and the F900GS BMW, which was at that time just being launched here in Australia. I had put a pre-order in for it before we went away, because there was about probably nearly 9 weeks, I think it was, to get it into Australia on these pre-orders. Why did I choose the BMW over the KTM? I think the KTM on paper is probably a better bike, to be honest, but I'm not certainly going to use the ability that I have to exhaust the resources of the BMW either, and I just couldn't trust the KTM with all the issues they've been having around camshafts and oil pressure, and won't get into that. There's a whole bunch of information you can dig out on yourself and that, make your own call. But for me, it was the F900, and subsequently here we are, almost 12 months down the track that I've had this bike. Absolutely no regrets whatsoever. What a beast! Tons of power, extremely good on road and extremely good off road. Looking very much forward to this trip on this bike. Hopefully BMW's reliability will stay with me, and there'll be no issues along the way. But anyway, so we've done some mods, I guess, through the bike as well, and I'll show you about that shortly.
Hi, my dad's doing another trip.
To the bike.
Let's see what he does to the bike.
Well, that was fun. Thanks, Ella. So let's start at the back of the bike. So, because it's such a new bike, it was pretty hard, I've got to say, to find any local modifications. Like, it's just too new. So most of you're going to see now is pretty much from overseas, but all really good quality stuff. So I was very happy about that. So with the rear rack, it's a Perrine Moto rear rack. Very easily to install. Can't remember exactly what country it comes from. But doesn't matter. Anyway, it went together really well. Super easy to install. Has a dynamic load rating of only 5 kilos, and I don't think you'll find anything on the market that has more than that anyway. So just mindful of that. So watch how you pack. In line with Perrine Moto, I've gone for soft luggage as instead of hard luggage. So these are an anchor point. So I've removed the pillion passenger foot pegs and put them on. Very neat and tidy. Absolutely weigh nothing. So I'm hoping that'd be good for me. Then down onto the thing, there's also a Perrine Moto stand. I don't even know what you call them, but it does give more purchase on the ground. Lightweight, and again, quality construction, and they've kept their theme of using Torx bits, which I was pleased at, so I don't have too many mixed bits. While we're down at the bottom of the bike, the bash plate. So I went with an AXP Racing bash plate. First time I've ever used a plastic style of bash plate. Very thick, as you can probably pick up on the screen there. It's about 8mm thick, super light. And the reason why I actually chose this one is because it's pretty much the only one that is suitable to the genuine lower crash bars. So if you're buying the bike from BMW and you decide to put crash bars on it, the lower crash bars on it straight from the supplier, be mindful that there's a lot of aftermarket bash plates out there that don't suit it. So anyway, I'm hoping what it's going to do is keep the noise down from engine and vibration. Just recently I've then put the upper crash bars on, the Hepco and Bocker. Again, super easy to fit, super quality product. I was really happy with how they were. I thought that was going to be a far bigger job, even though there's pretty much only 6 bolts, but it went together super easy, which was great. Up here on the console, I guess, if you come around to the console area, I've had to put this RAM mount on. I normally, around town and some of the local stuff I've been doing, I have had my Garmin Montana up here on the nav tower. There is a lot of bikes I'm seeing through forums that are breaking the nav tower. I believe BMW are working on a fix. Given the remoteness of this particular trip we're going on, like we're heading out to, to the centre, I've just gone with a RAM mount to de-risk myself, because I do not want to break a tower when I'm in the middle of the country with all the corrugated roads, etc. Other than that, it's just a quad lock. It's a powerless one. There's plenty of power on the bike as well as an auxiliary, so yeah, super stoked with that. Have changed put some pre-filters in, so I've got some Unifilter pre-filters in just up inside there, and also a Unifilter main filter, so the foam filters, oil pregnated, so I can clean all that out, which is really good. The only other thing I've had to do is put some decent knobbly tyres on there. After the Simpson Desert and what I've got out of the WR, I've gone back with the Desert HT from Motos. Yeah, they're a noisy tyre, but really good go-to tyre. Like, I found them really, really good. Tubeless version, of course, so it'll be interesting. I can tell already the blocks are a lot closer together, so yeah, I guess it's going to give a different feel. As you can see, it is brand new. I've done 20 kilometres on it so far. And for the back, I've gone with the, again with the Motos, but I've just gone the Adventure HT, so not the Rail Z. People get a little bit confused, but this is a little bit more, I guess, designed for a bit more longevity, not quite as aggressive off-road. And this trip is a lot of dirt road and a lot of sandy tracks. Not looking forward to that. Rather than, the Rail Z is more aggressive again. And then lastly, but not leastly, Ange made me this awesome seat. So every BMW needs to have a sheepskin wall seat. just joking. But oh no, I got the low seat, and I did have the Airhawk on the last ride I done. Decided I'd put this one on this thing. I've got to say, some of the rides I've done already, you won't go back. These are freaking excellent, and done a great job putting it in. Actually cut it to shape, so when I put my soft luggage on shortly, because today's pack day, you'll see how that setup all looks. Right, as you can see, I've gone with the Moscow Moto Reckless 80s for this particular trip. I have gone to the larger size rather than the 40s. Going to be a lot. I guess we're going from a hot climate to a cold climate, so there's a bit of gear I need to put on there. I've also gone with their Noblin mounting arrangement. Just gets rid of some of the straps, so I'm not carrying 1,000 straps across there, but there is provision for that on a Perrine Moto platform. So yeah, let's get it on. That's it, just got to strap it down now. Yeah, just with that knobbler mount, as I mentioned there a second ago, it negates the need to use all these straps. So base super easy to put on too, which is one of the things I like about it. That's it. So now I've literally just got to put down the straps, which I'll go and get shortly, and we'll strap it down. Righto, so we got there in the end. Very happy. Looks pretty loaded, as you can see, because I needed to pack it this time, ensuring that I could get a total of 22 litres of additional fuel on the bike. There's two sections. One in particular is about 620 kilometres of distance between fuel, so I wanted to make sure, I'm using the giant loop bags, I wanted to make sure I could get the full capacity, which is 11 litres in each of them. God, I've got to say the Moscow Moto bag has made everything neat and tidy and very low, and very well supported, so I'm really happy about that. That 620 kilometres too, just bear in mind it is a lot of just straight dirt road riding, so nothing gnarly, just literally got to beat down some kilometres in the territory. So as soon as I get rid of one of those bags, that should be rolled up and stowed, and I'll be super happy. But super happy now, and geez, it's sitting on the bike really well. I haven't weighed it, and I'm not going to weigh it. It is what it is. But we've dropped about 20 mil from the standard setting, which is set up for 85 kilo. So I will wind that up a bit and play with the dampening and rebound just a little, as I did to the front. But yeah, in this one here, I've got 3 litres of water only. I'll let that out, obviously I won't be carrying that around the countryside. This one here is pretty much all camping gear, so tent, all the sleeping stuff, everything in the one bag, which is super cool. In my bag, underneath the 21 litre Stinger tail, it's a 14-day or 15-day trip, so I've only got in there 3 socks, 3 jocks, 2 shirts, a jersey, some thermals, a jacket, the old puffer jacket, and I have got a bit of a raincoat type thing in there, which packed down, so it's from Cape, it packed down really well for when we're at the Finke, in case she's just barking and down. Yeah, as I said, 221 litres of 2 11 litre giant loop bags, which are on there, and then the other side is literally cooking gear, cooked food included, some right down the bottom is some puncture repair stuff, compressor, yeah, a few bits and bats, and in this one here I've got chain spray, my wet weather gear, what else is in there? Oh, some filters that I'm going to be changing when I get to the halfway mark, I'm assuming, so just for the bike itself. So yeah, very happy. I'm just about to take it for a ride, see if I can actually ride it. There's a lot of weight on there, but just jumping on it a second ago feels super good. I'm really happy, really happy. You probably noticed I did buy a tank bag, but I'm not going to run with it because I want to have easy access to the filter. These 900s, yeah, access the filter through this cover, just 2 bolts at the front there. If I had a lockable tank bag on it before, or a clip lock tank bag is what I've purchased. Good for around, you know, when I'm commuting around town, but not going to use that. But I'm just waiting on 2 6-litre Rhino walk bags to arrive, and I will strap them on here, and that'll have my tools in there. And yeah, that's about it. Really happy. Stoked, as a matter of fact. I'll do this ride in a second. Gotta get some lunch first, of course, and then what I'll do is dice one of these 11 litres completely, get the other one down to about 5 litres, because I'll probably, given they've only got a 15 litre fuel tank, even though they say I'm going to get 300 k's out of that, I've only done it once so far, so literally I'll probably carry 5 litres just all the time, just so I hate fuel anxiety. If you've done a trip, you'll know fuel anxiety is the worst. So yeah, be doing that, so stoked. Very good. As we said at the start of the video, so it's a pretty long trip, about 6,500 kilometres in total by the time we get back through the Diamantini. So yeah, I'll do some filming along the way and see how it all performs, and yeah, come back to everyone on what the condition of an F900 is after such a big trip. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Lord.